So for those of you that are new here, welcome to the channel. You're about to see a lot more of Kevin, David, and that lifestyle ninja. And for those of you who have been around since the beginning, welcome back, baby. I have been gone for 30 days, but you have never seen me put out content like I'm about to. Where have you been for the last 30 days? I have been a little bit occupied buying this little house right here on the San Diego coast. If you guys want a house tour, leave a comment below telling me that you want to see the Ninja Manor, and I could give you guys a little house tour. But let's get to the point. Today, we're gonna go over a brand new 2018 Amazon FBA product research hack, and I'm gonna show you guys how to find a $30,000 a month product in 5 minutes or less. So don't even think about going anywhere. What is up, my beautiful ninjas? It feels so good to be back. We are going to dive directly into this. This is the product discovery tool. It is like one of the best Amazon product research tools out there. Kind of Viral Launch and Jungle Scout are the two main players in the space and have the most data and really give the best results. So we're gonna jump right in. A lot of you guys have probably seen this type of view before, where we're choosing categories and we're choosing monthly sales and data and revenue like that. We're gonna get into some more advanced stuff and these exact actual filters that I use to find products faster and do so kind of finding products that not everyone else is finding. Because a common concern that I get from my students and followers and things like that is, if I'm using these same filters than everyone else is and we're all finding the same products, and that actually can be true. So I'm going to show you guys some unique ways to use this specific tool. And guys, we will have a link down in the description for this tool at a huge discount. If you guys do want to try it out, go ahead and use that link and you will save a ton of money doing so. So these are the categories that I like to use. I'm not going to go through each one by one, but just years of experience with FBA have proven that these are the most profitable categories to look in. I like to look for products that are $12.97 and higher. And I do that just because, people generally like to use multiples of 5. I like to go kind of outside the box. $13 is about as low as you can possibly sell on Amazon FBA after fees and actually make a profit. I like to see monthly revenue, 14,100 or higher. And I like the review count to be, 57 or lower. So we're gonna do this and we're gonna view filter results just to show you guys kind of what is popping up. So it's showing us a bunch of products here, right? And so everyone's seen this before. You're probably saying, Kevin, this isn't anything new. You're right. What we're gonna do here, guys, is the advanced filters. The advanced filters on product discovery are some of the most influential and game-changing things that I found with Amazon FBA product research in quite some time. So let's go through the advanced filters one by one. A lot of these you can kind of ignore. Initial cost investment, profit, average profit margin percentage, these are very much so estimates, and so I don't particularly use them, right? And so sales year over year is actually pretty cool. So what I like to do here is put 30%, and you can do 31% just so you're not actually, kind of doing the same things as everyone else. We'll do 29% just so we include a few more that other people aren't looking at. And we're gonna view filter results again. And so what this means, guys, sales year over year means that this particular product 1 year ago, the sales are now 30% higher. So if it was selling $100,000 a month a year ago, it is now selling $130,000 a month 1 year later. So this really tells you a lot about the product, that it has, longevity, that it's actually, gonna stick around for a while, and it's not gonna be some seasonal product that's gonna kind of, disappear. So we see some, Whirlpool water filters, we see some pet products, we see a pasta fork, right? Lots of random stuff. A pasta fork, this is a great one. It's selling, $15,000 every single month, and it's a damn pasta fork. And so that's one of the ones that I like to use. And guys, I like to use these one at a time. A lot of people like to say, okay, I want this one and that filter and this filter and all of these different things, right? That's not how you should use these tools. You're gonna find a lot of new things that nobody else is looking at if you're looking at these products, or excuse me, these filters one at a time, rather than trying to create this huge, ultimately complicated set of filters, right? Do the categories, do the monthly sales, price, revenue, right? These three are the main ones with the categories. Once you fill this out how you like, it doesn't have to be $12.97. You could look at $97 products or over 100. You could look at review counts under 25 or under 10, right? Use your own creativity, use your own experience, change these numbers up. Do not just copy it, but understand why we're making these choices, right? $13 is about as cheap as you can sell on Amazon FBA. Review count is the most important thing. I never enter a new product niche if it has over 100 reviews kind of overall for the competitive landscape of the entire niche. And so these are the kind of the ones that I like to stick with, and then I like to get creative with the advanced filter. So look, Let's take a look at another one. Sales change. This is the last 90 days, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So I like to look at things that have increased by a 51% margin in the last 90 days. So this means that this is either seasonal and it's coming into season right now, or it's kind of gotten some exposure in the mass media or a celebrity endorsement, or it's become popular just via the internet means, via like a viral YouTube video or whatever the case may be, or it's just a product that is starting to get more popular because of XYZ. It's not that important to try to figure out why things are getting popular. You can do a quick Google Trends to see that things are starting to get popular. So this is an interesting one, right? It's a sliding glass door block or whatever it is. And just so you guys know, this warning popular result is actually a hugely important tool that Viral Launch has implemented that I haven't seen from any of their competitors. And what this means is it's kind of trying to help people who are out there saying, I don't want to look at all the same products everyone's looking at. So if a lot of people are doing product research and everyone's clicking through on this and doing more research on this and actually clicking on this product to kind of see more about it, then Viral Launch will actually tell you that. So if a lot of people are all looking at the same product, it'll say warning popular result, and it'll kind of be a warning system to you to stay away. So this obviously would have been helpful for like the fidget spinner, for example, back in the day when everyone and their mom was kind of all looking at it and all potentially trying to learn more about it and then figure out how to source it. So that's another great one. Sales change percentage up 51%. Review change is a good one. So this means that the increase or decrease in the product's total review quantity over the last 10 days. And so you can do things like 10 or 100 or however many that you actually want to see reviews, because if a product's getting a lot more reviews over the last 3 months, then that means that it's getting a lot of sales too, because reviews, generally the market rate for reviews is between 1% and 4%, 4% being very good. So if you get 100 sales, 4 people buy it, 4 people leave a review, that would give you a 4% review rate, and that would be actually a really high as far as the market standard. Best sales period is a great one. Right, so a lot of the other experts and gurus out there are telling you, don't sell things that are seasonal. But I know some people who only sell seasonal products. They'll sell, stockings, and they'll sell candy canes or gingerbread houses during December, and they'll literally make like $100,000 in a single month just from doing that. And so the people who understand that, sometimes going against the grain and being, using your own creativity and using your own kind of logic is actually going to pay a lot of dividends. So if we look at best sales period for April, for example, we can actually see with our own eyes what the kind of seasonality is dictating for this particular month. And so we see a lot of, outdoor stuff here. We can check out December, for example, and view the results. And then we can actually see that, this is like flu season, for example, from what we're seeing here. But we see, Lego Star Wars Commander. We see Jumping Floating Pad, a lot of kind of gifts, obviously, because it is the holiday season. So going through this one by one and looking at the best sales period actually is a really cool way to kind of be able to figure out products that could be potentially seasonal, and obviously there'd be a little bit of thought going into it as far as sourcing it correctly and making sure that it arrived for that month that it was seasonal. But the people who figure that out are making a ton of money. I have one specific friend in mind that I'm thinking about that actually makes a killing selling only products that are seasonal. Sales pattern is one of my favorites. And so what sales pattern is it kind of takes a variety of trends and kind of back-end data that Viral Launch has, and it'll show you up and coming products. And so this is one of the few that I actually like to look at in combination with other filters. But let's look at it just really quickly by itself. So up and coming, we see, dinosaur puzzles. It does give us a warning popular result, so a lot of people are looking at that. Tablet clipboard, we see some play structure things, stroller wagons, lots of different stuff here to look at. But I like to do up and coming, and then I also like to see a sales to review ratio of above 2. And so what a sales to review ratio is this means, let's see what their actual explanation is. Average sales to review ratio for the product on Amazon. So it's not particularly helpful. But this means that if you get 100 sales, right, and you get 10 reviews, then that would be a sales to review ratio of 10, right? So, or if you get 10 sales and 1 review, that would be a sales to review ratio of 10. And so 10 is a ridiculous sales to review ratio. That's incredible. So I like to look at a sales to review ratio of 3 or higher. right? But you could do 2, you could do 4, you could do 10 if you wanted to see products that are getting a ton of sales and are getting not many reviews. That means that, you know, you could potentially enter that market and you could potentially, you know, create a product that was getting more reviews just by getting better email follow-ups and things like that. So we're going to filter the results again here. And now we see a lot of the same products. So these are products that are getting a ton more sales than they are reviews. But that's just another fun little way to kind of play with this. Last one that I want to talk about before we move on to kind of the newer and a little bit more exciting portions of this tool is the review rate percentage. So this basically means the average review percentage, the number of reviews received for every 100 orders. And so, like I said, the market standard is anywhere, you know, between 1 and 4%. And so if you want, you know, like a 4%er or higher, you're going to see products that have kind of passionate fans. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you're getting out of 100 orders 4 people reviewing or more, that means that people really either like the product or really hate the product, because, you know, if they hate it, then people are going to review it even 100 times more than if they love it. But if you can find things that have high reviews or high review ratings, like out of 5, and they have a high review rate percentage, then that means that people are really loving this product, and it means that you could potentially create a product that people love as well, and kind of enter the market that way. So those are kind of my main advanced filters that I like to use. You know, and you can use these in combination, like sales percentage changes with an up and coming, or, you know, you can look for something that has like sales percentage over year. So maybe it's 50% higher sales this year, and it has a low sales to review ratio, so you could potentially, you know, make a better email follow-up sequence to get more reviews and then kind of take over the market. So there's a lot of really fun ways to kind of go about these advanced filters. And if you guys are interested, I do have kind of a little cheat sheet that I put together. If you guys are interested, leave a comment below that says Amazon product research. Just leave the 3 words Amazon product research as a comment, and I will release that cheat sheet completely for free. And that's exactly how I like to use these advanced filters in combination, kind of a little bit more advanced strategies for those of you out there who are super serious about your business. I'll release that cheat sheet completely for free if we get, you know, 500 comments that say Amazon product research down in the comments. So let's get on to the keyword section. Keyword is one of the most beautiful things that I've seen released as far as from a software perspective with Amazon FBA in quite some time. All of the other tools out there, more or less, kind of focus on this particular style where, you know, you're setting these filters and you're actually looking at products themselves. Keyword is something a little bit different. And what we're going to see here, guys, is instead of seeing products after we make our variables and apply our filters, we're actually going to see keywords, and we're going to see potential niches, right? We're going to see the actual competitive landscape words instead of individual products. Because one of the biggest problems with product research kind of nowadays is people will do all of this work and then they'll see one product and they'll assume that that product is what the entire niche is like, right? But it's a very possible scenario, and it happens all the time, where you'll look at one garlic press and it'll have 13 reviews and it'll have great sales and everything about it will look fantastic. But then when you actually type in garlic press into the Amazon search bar, you'll see that the whole first page is full of products that have, you know, 10,000 reviews, and there's just this one product that has 13 reviews, and all of a sudden you're in this niche that has, you know, 1 million reviews, and it's basically impossible kind of to overtake. And so what keyword does is it shows you the actual niche, and it shows you kind of the general area to get involved with as far as the product is concerned, rather than just showing you one particular product where you could lose sight of that and enter a potential niche that isn't going to be advantageous for you. So we applied the categories. We're going to do monthly revenue of 14,700. We're going to do the average review count of 50. Let's do 57 or lower, just to change things up a little bit. And we're going to view this filter results. And just as kind of a note here, they do have the same advanced filters that we went over in the product category. And I do like to use those kind of, again, one by one. And I do have a couple little combinations that I've proven have been kind of the best, which we do have in the little cheat sheet that I'm happy to release for you guys for free if we do get those comments. Amazon product research. If we get 500 of them, I'll release it to you guys completely for free because I love you. So when we actually view filter results here, what we're going to see is keyword search terms. And for those of you who are kind of used to like the Jungle Scout or kind of what everyone else is doing, this is going to look a little bit strange, right? Because we're used to seeing products here. But think about it like this. wine preservation opener is actually a overarching niche. Rather than just showing one wine preservation opener, Viral Launch is doing the work for you and giving you kind of an idea score here. And what this is basically showing you, from a variety of different data points, whether or not this niche and this product category, kind of the overarching general category, is one that might be worth kind of pursuing. Thermal cash register. And let's actually open up Amazon here really quick. So thermal cash register, I've never heard of that before in my entire life. I have no idea what this is. Let's take a look at it really quick. And if we actually look at the overall product here, we're going to see monthly revenue of $75,000, $161,000, right? Crazy numbers here. We do see the reviews are very low. And so these products are literally doing $75,000 a month, $33,000 a month, $161,000 every single month. And it has 70 reviews, right? So thermal cash register roll is a product that I kind of wish I didn't just show on this, because I probably would have sold it myself. But I love you guys, and somebody out there is going to capitalize on that and make things work. So Derma Rollers, let's take a look at another one. So if you look at Derma Rollers here and we run the good old Chrome extension, we'll see that this has $30,000 a month, $22,000, $131,000 a month, $660,000 a month. That's comical. Over $500,000 every single month. And we do see a lot of reviews on this one, but for a lot of these, especially on page 1, guys, we see less than 50 reviews, which is fantastic, right? We can see the review ratio. We can see everything in here, all kind of in one beautiful little box. And so those are two fantastic products that we found literally within 2 minutes just from using the keyword search, right? And I wasn't going to show this one because this is kind of one of my secret weapons for product research, but my mission in life, as you guys know, if you have been following me, if you're new, welcome to the family. But my mission in life is really to, help free people. And these two ways are kind of two of my little, secret methods that I keep in my back pocket to find products for my own Amazon business. Excuse me. So let's take a look at one more nebulizer machines. And let's run the numbers on this one just to make sure that this is actually giving us good data. So we see $110,000 every single month, $53,000, $44,000 with 100 or so reviews. So this one has a little bit more reviews, but we do see very sustained high monthly revenue here. And the price point on this one is a little bit higher, which gives you some more margin to work with. So all of the products that this has showed us so far have been absolutely fantastic. And all we did was use my favorite categories with monthly revenue of 14.7 or higher, with reviews of 57 or lower. And then again, we can kind of do whatever we want as far as these advanced filters. One of my favorite ones is sales change. So let's see that maybe it's gone 30% higher sales in the last 90 days. And we can see thermal cash register again, hair regrowth laser, blackhead vacuum cleaner, adventure set for kids, register paper, boys Easter basket, right? This is probably a little bit seasonal, so we might want to avoid that unless it was, our business model. Eco-friendly disposable plates. Let's take a look at this last one. I'm just interested because I love this tool so much. It actually works so well. Let's run this really quick. So eco-friendly disposable plates. We see some monthly revenues, $15,000, $30,000. We see some lower ones, but $41,000, right? And we see the review quantity is extremely low for these, 41, 6, right? 1 review on that. So every single one of these products that we found with the keyword research tool has been absolutely fantastic. And now I'm, a little bit upset that I am not selling all of those products myself. So use this tool. It works incredibly well. Again, we have a very deeply discounted link for this particular tool in the description, which you can see right here. And so that is the keyword tool, guys. Again, play around with the advanced filters one at a time, or if you want to use my super secret combination available in the cheat sheet, then leave a comment down below, Amazon product research. So the last thing that I want to show in this video is the brand tool. The brand tool looks a little bit different than most of the other kind of product research tools that most people have probably seen, but it's a very cool idea. It's a little bit less mature than I'd like to see it. There's not as many brands, but Viral Launch is very good about adding things, faster than most other companies, and they have probably the most data as far as Amazon products with as anyone. Maybe Jungle Scout, and them are definitely the top two. And so how this works, guys, is we are going to just choose the same categories that we like. And then the two things that I like to do are success level, top 1%, and growth rate, insane mode. And this basically means a label depicting the rate which the product has increased over the past 6 months. And this one is sales volume compared to the rest of the brands in the top level category. So these are kind of the best of the best in their own little subcategories. And the last thing that I like to do is average review count. And this one is actually total review quantity for the brand's products. And so this will take a look at all of their different products and it'll give you an average review count. So I like to set this one again at 51 or lower, and we're going to view the filter results here. So now we're going to see products that are the best in their own subcategories whose average review counts for all of their products are 51 or less. So let's take a look at a couple of these and see what we see. Party Joy. Sounds fun. And so this is going to give you an actual full analysis here. So we see, you know, average price change is going up a little bit. Sales trend over the last 90 days is going up 25%, which is great, right? It'll show you their FBA, FBM. It'll give you the total monthly revenue. They're making $1.4 million a month, which is obviously fantastic. Average review quantity, you know, is pretty low. And we see that they're doing, you know, $79,000 with these plastic dinnerware sets. And so it looks like they're literally selling party plates. You know, stylish little party plates, and they're making an absolutely unbelievable, obscene amount of profit doing so. And so this is a fantastic brand with very low reviews, where I'm, again, probably sad that I just showed this because I would have created a brand of party plates and taken over this niche. And so the next one we're going to look at is Fermentis. I assume this is probably something to do with alcohol. But yeah, so grocery gourmet food. We do see a lower sales trend here, but we do see a lot of sales. They're doing 1.8 million a month. So even if it's going down a little bit, I mean, we could probably figure out why. Dry yeast. Yeah, so this looks like home brewing type things. You know, they're doing $261,000, $445,000 every single month selling this one little dry yeast, which is hilarious. And so we'd have to do a little bit more research as to, you know, why it's declining. Maybe it's a good thing. Declining doesn't always mean a bad thing, you guys. It means that, you know, potentially they're having problems with their company, or, you know, they're not keeping up with the times, or they're not evolving how they need to. And that could potentially represent a way that we could enter the market and, you know, take that over. So let's look at this last one. Sell term. So this is automotive. And these are great, right? These are the best of the best brands, right, in these subcategories. So you can get a huge purview into all of these different kind of niches and product categories. They're doing 1.3 million a month, very low reviews. It looks like they're literally selling wire stud and packs with $71,000 a month. So they're literally selling little car parts as a car part brand, which, you know, if you're out there and you're a mechanic and you're talking about, you know, Amazon FBA, or you like building cars, or you could figure it out, this is a great way to find successful brands and seeing how you can use your own experiences and your own kind of creativity and brain to potentially enter this market and take things over. So this is the brand tool. Again, I just like to do the top 1% insane mode. We can do 51 average or lower. And then again, you can play around with these advanced filters. They're incredibly powerful, you guys. Don't get overwhelmed by them because they are advanced. Again, we go through it in a very detailed way in the viral launch cheat sheet that I would be happy to share with you guys, again, completely for free, if we get 500 comments to say Amazon product research down below. So leave a comment, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm back. I'm going to be producing content in a way that you guys have never seen before. I promise you it is going to be daily now, and we restarted the Ninja podcast. So if you guys like podcasts, there will be a link right here popping up for you guys. So subscribe to that podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, Ninjas, because you know I love you and I miss you guys, and I'm going to be releasing content in a major way now that I'm finally settled in my dream home in San Diego. So I love you guys. We will check you on the next one.